Hi everybody, it's Lisa from Lisa's Paper Passion, and we're on to video number 3 of making this lace mini book. Just give you a quick preview of it. We did the inside pages, which was these 3. Put these away. So when we last left off, we were inking the edges of our inside hinges or papers, whatever you want to call them. And we're moving on to the excuse me, spine and decorating. Now there's some people that like to cover their papers and miter the corners. I've done that too, but I just wanted to keep this one really simple for the tutorial. So if you know of a better way, easier way for this to work, you know, it's up to you. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take by... So this is what we want. And I know the paper's short, look, because it's only 6 by 12, but here's what I did. Okay, so I'm going to glue this down right at the edge, and we're going to ink the edges here, so it's not going to really matter. And I know my chipboard has holes in it. Again, it's really not going to matter, but I'm going to put the holes on this side because I want this side to be more sturdy. So I'm going to put the glue down, or if you want to use any type of really thick double-sided tape, you could do that as well. I spread it out with my fingers. Makes me think when I was a little girl. Paint with my fingers. Okay, so we're going to put this down on the edge of the paper. I'm really hoping you could see. Oops, almost put the holes on the wrong side. So this is going to be... Actually, yeah, that's fine. I had thought of this being my front cover. Got to think about this now. Okay, I want this to be... Okay, that's fine. Okay, the flower's going to be covered. It's kind of like, I wish this flower was on this side, but heck, I'm not the designer of the paper, so we'll just go along with it. Okay, so we're going to put this down and then press really hard to make the paper stick. I learned from my friend Noelle to always keep like a rag nearby to clean up your mess. That's the thing about wet glue. It does create a mess. Okay, sorry. I'm just going to dry it real quick. Okay, I just kind of dried it up a little bit. Okay, next we're going to put this piece down. And you don't want to put it right across here. I'm going to try to move my video camera up a little bit. Excuse me while I make some change. Okay, that's better. Okay, you don't want to put it right across, and believe me, I've done that, because if you do, then your paper's going to crack. So you really want to give it like 1/4 of an inch. And what some people do is they put another piece of chipboard right there, and then put this across right here. That way you have that distance right there. But I eyeball it. So here we go. Now my original lace book, I didn't use a chipboard for the middle, and I kind of regretted it. See, I just used a manila folder, because I thought that would give it enough of a thickness of the spine. But since you're going to be putting hinges on here, and you're going to be putting trim or lace, or, you know, whatever you're going to be putting, I'll move that rag, that looks ugly there. You really want a good spine. So here, let's do that trick. It didn't work, but that's okay. So just give yourself enough of a distance between the two. And then here, we're going to come up short, right? But that's okay. We'll just add another piece of paper, the other side of the 6 by 12. I just want to get a good grip on that. So this is what we have so far on the back. This paper's really pretty. I kind of want to finish it and use it up, because the rest of my stash is prima, of course. I know I promote them a lot. I love their stuff. Their staff is so friendly, and the owner and designers all over there are very nice. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of put this on top here like that. So there, now we have enough room. Okay, so glue this side. I hope you're enjoying this tutorial. It's been really fun. I was just telling my son right now that now I appreciate everybody that does tutorials because it takes a lot of time and patience. But I like watching other people's tutorials, and I hope that I make mine easy enough to understand. I pride myself on being straight to the point, and I'm not going to do a tutorial unless I'm really sure of what I'm doing. And so again, we want to keep a distance. And I don't like really long tutorials because if you have a short attention span like me, you just want people to get to the point. You don't want them to see, you don't want to see them gluing and inking and telling you about their life story. And if you do like to watch that kind of stuff, that's fine. Okay, I'm just going to dry it real quick. I love my heat gun. A present from Noel. Okay, so this part we're just going to cut off with our thingamajiggy. Of course it didn't cut. I don't want to cut through my Tim Holtz mat. So let me take this off real quick. Get a good cut in there. I think I just cut through a doily. It survived, yay! Okay, I'm going to cover my ugly mat again. It kind of warped, you see, when I tried to work on some shrinky dinks. It warped, which I didn't like. But okay, so now here we have kind of molded a little bit. So that's your base. See how this one came out really thick compared to this one? I just wanted to make a little bigger one. Now you want to get a good stick. Okay, so at this point, so we're going to need to cover here, here, and here. And then we're going to stick these down right here because this is going to be our hinges. Now in some of the videos, well, one video I watched, she has these close together. But for this lace book, I wanted them apart. That way it gives you more room to put thicker laces and trims. And that's why I made this particular spine a little bigger, because the other one was kind of getting crowded as I was putting more laces and trims in there. So this will kind of make more sense as we go along. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to put paper down to cover the inside. So we're going to need another sheet of paper. So I know I had said, I think originally 4. So go ahead and find a matching coordinating sheet of paper that you want to be the inside cover. And I'm going to choose this one with the crowns. Now again, we're going to need 2 sheets because of the fact that this is wider than 12 inches. So let me go cut this. I'll be right back. Okay, so I went and cut my sheets down to 6 by 6. So we're going to put this down here. And it's going to be important to know where this part is, because that's where you're going to be putting your inside pages. But see, since you didn't cover it, it's going to be easy to see the gap right there. So that's going to be your spine. Okay, so we're going to glue these down. And this part to here. And you can always cover this with something else later. It doesn't have to match perfectly, so I'm not going to try to match it. Okay, I'm going to go glue it down for the sake of time. I'm sure you don't want to see me gluing. I know it's fun, but forgive me. I'm going to put you on pause. Okay, I'm back. I haven't glued it down. But what I wanted to show you before I actually glue the paper down is you want to make sure that you get a good adherence at the spine, because if you put glue here, you're not going to really know when you turn it upside down of where the spine is. So I wanted to come back on camera and record this part because it's important. You don't want your paper to be floating around. I'm just getting the excess glue off my fingers. This isn't really any part of this project, but so I'm just gonna put this down. Then my yucky rag. Hey, it does its job. Then I wash it and it gets nice again. Actually, it's kind of funny. I was looking at the label tip the other day. It was a Ralph Lauren towel. Ralph would not be happy I'm using his products. But oh well. It's kind of an old thing anyway. Okay, so I'm just kind of let that hang out for a while I do this part. I can't believe how fast the time is flying. Oh my gosh. So on this one, I'm just going to put the glue right there. I'm going to overlap it a little bit. This time I'm putting the glue on the chipboard because I just realized that I might be off camera. There. I'm putting the glue on the chipboard because I'm going to cut the excess paper off and I'm going to overlap it just a little bit. And instead of measuring and cutting and all that, I just like to glue down. Put my glue back this way. So believe it or not, we're almost done. But we'll probably have to do one other video because I'm already at my 11.5-minute mark. But that's okay. Well, that'll be the 4th and last video. So while the glue is drying, you could save this to make an envelope to go on the inside. Of course, with pretty papers like that, I like to save all my extra pieces because you could do tags and you can do so many different things with it. So I'm not going to bend this just yet. That's a funny sound. So this is my outside cover. And that's my inside. I'm going to go dry it a little bit. That way I can bend it. Be right back. Okay, I use my heat gun a little bit. And I'm kind of shaping this to make a good crease. You can even just go in slowly with your bone folder. You don't want to tear the paper, you want to train it. That's right, train your paper. That should be a reality show. Okay, so here we are. That's basically the basics. That sounded funny. Basically the basic cover of your lace mini book. So the last step, ladies and gentlemen, is to put your inserts in. And for me, this is the funnest step. Now, sometimes what I do is after I make this part, before I put anything in it, I just kind of clip this together and let it hang out and dry. But let's see, we're at the 13-minute mark, so that's what I'm going to do when I come back with the 4th and last video. We'll finish it off. Okay? Thank you for watching my series. I hope you're having fun. We have one more to go, so see you soon.